So Sonic Frontiers came out last year, and I gotta say that I am so impressed. I was scared when this game was announced because the Blue Red hasn't had a good game in years. Last game that I'm counting is Sonic Forces, and we all know how that dumpster fire went. But honestly, this game is a breath of fresh air, and we're finally going in the right direction for Sonic. When the teaser for this game dropped, it did little to quell my doubts about whether or not this was about to be another Sonic Forces. Thankfully, they released another trailer that showed some gameplay, and more Sonic running. They also released a prequel comic showing what Sonic and Co were up to, and how they ended up on Starfall Island. Just warning you now, I'm going to talk about the game, and there will be spoilers. So without further delay, let's get into the game. Frontiers start off with Eggman going through some woods, and he stumbles on an altar of some sort. Eggman places one of his devices onto the altar, and the device starts to upload an AI.
Uploading AI program now.
After this, the altar starts to glow. Some creatures appear behind Eggman, and the device starts to glitch up. The device then goes into protective mode, and Eggman gets dragged into the altar. We cut to Sonic, Tails, and Amy flying towards Starfall Island, because the Chaos Emeralds were drawn to the island. And title screen. Tails' plane starts beeping and starts going out of control. A portal appears and they're all sucked into it. We're then thrown into the first level of the game. It's as familiar as any other Sonic game. You collect rings, red stars, and try to speed your way to the goal as fast as possible. The game has a lettering system on how well you've done. You're given keys as well. This will be important later on. After the first level, Sonic wakes up outside, and he is alone, until a voice in the sky talks to him. The voice tells him to get the emeralds, destroy the Titans, and tear down the walls between dimensions.
Find the Chaos Emeralds. Destroy the Titans. Tear down the walls between dimensions.
Yeah, okay, sure. How about a little context? Hello?
We then see someone watching Sonic from above. With no other options, Sonic proceeds on. The game becomes an open world, and this first part of the island is the tutorial. Like any other tutorial, you are taught how to fight, use your abilities, and roam around the island. Some new mechanics in this game are the side loop and skill tree. The side loop, you hold down the button and Sonic makes a trail that he can loop around anything. Loop to get rings, unlock parts of the map, or even on enemies. The game offers collectibles as well. Skill pieces help you unlock more abilities in the skill tree. Seeds are important to increase Sonic's damage and defense. You take these seeds to the Hermit, who will upgrade your stats. You can also change your rings to speed, vice versa. There are character tokens. Some are hearts, medals, and wrenches. These tokens help you unlock the main story and side stories. The game also throws in a mini boss to test your skills before moving on. You can lock on to the boss, but I've never really used this feature. Don't worry about dying since you have infinite lives. The game will just go back to the last checkpoint. Moving on, you'll eventually come across another altar. This is a portal that can send you into the digital dimension. You'll need to use gears to activate it. This portal requires 2 gears, so you'll have to go find another one. But don't worry, a giant tower falls from the sky. This is another mini boss, and it won't be the last. Defeating it will give you another gear. That's basically the open world and the tutorial. Real quick before I talk about the story, I need to talk about 1-2 level. Holy sh**. Is this hard S rank? This is the second level and you have to reach the goal in 55 seconds. I told myself, okay, I'm gonna try to S rank all the levels in this game. And in my first playthrough, this level kicked my ass. I eventually got it, but no other level was this hard to S rank. Anyway, after clearing the level and getting the keys, vaults containing the emeralds will be available to open. A bridge will form and Sonic can keep moving forward. While exploring, you'll run into Cocos. Cocos are very important because they can increase Sonic's speed and ring capacity. You can take them to the Elder to get your upgrades. After getting the first emerald, the game is no longer holding your hand. You have free control on what to do. There is a lot to do, like beating mini bosses to get gears for the portals, unlocking more of the map, or collecting collectibles. The sky's the limit. You can even fish. Big is here. Wait, Big? For some reason, Big is getting more attention lately.
Oh, hey Sonic, you come here to fish too?
Big, what are you doing here? How did you get here? What even is here?
I don't know why, but damn does that music be hidden. All you do here is just fish and get tokens. Getting fish will fill up your Fishopedia. Just descriptions on what you catch. You can buy collectibles with tokens. The Egg Memo are recordings from Eggman stuck in cyberspace. It adds more lore to the story.
Some force is keeping me from exiting cyberspace. Is it because my AI made unauthorized access to the databases? If so, that's the exact opposite of what it was supposed to do.
Leaving the fish portal, if you ever forget what you're supposed to do, the game tells you in the upper right corner. Back to the story, Sonic runs into Amy, and she is trapped in a sphere. Freeing her will require the hearts you have been collecting. Sonic frees Amy, and the energy from the sphere goes into him. Seems like Amy isn't fully free, so Sonic needs to keep moving. The energy that went into Sonic unlocks another skill. After unlocking another emerald, Sonic runs into the first Titan of the game. The same person from the beginning of the game appears. She tells Sonic to leave, but he doesn't listen. She commands the Titan to attack. Sonic tries to fight against the Titan, but he is no match, being thrown at a mountain and passing out. He needs to be Super Sonic to stand a chance. So this little girl right here is named Sage. She can kinda control the Titans. She is the AI that Eggman invented. She also shares the same voice as Rei Ayanami. I'm going to try to control myself with the Evangelion references, but no promises. So Sonic wakes up and you basically have to collect more emeralds. A cutscene occurs and Sonic sees Amy talking to a Coco, and the Coco is trying to find their true love. While trying to find their true love, they run into another Coco whose child is missing. Sonic agrees to help out. After completing the minigame, a Chaos Emerald appears as in a reward. This Coco family gathering minigame is really annoying. Honestly, all the Coco minigames are, but at least we get to see Sonic do a funny little dance. When the mother is reunited with her child, they release some energy. We can see a symbol in the sky, and they both fall over. The Cocos act like nothing happened, and we see Sonic and Amy are upset by it. Amy says she feels some sort of completion or comfort from it. While trying to find the Coco's true love, Sage returns and tells them to submit, and his actions will endanger the world. Amy gets angry and tells Sage off.
God, you fucking riot shield. What else am I gonna Oh, riot shield! I'm a pussy that use riot shield!
Advancing the plot more, you'll have to play another minigame. This time you have to cut grass with Sonic's Psyloop ability. I'm only mentioning this because you're only able to collect 4 out of 7 Chaos Emeralds from the vaults. The game checks on Eggman, and he tells Sage to find him a way out. but she tells him there is no way to get him out safely. She is the only one that is able to protect him, and she can travel in and out of cyberspace. Back to Amy and Sonic, something strange happens, and the Coco before has a bigger form. Kinda looks like chaos to me. Amy has her physical body back, and the Coco finds their love. The area is getting bombed, but the two hug and a huge explosion goes off. What's happening here is a glimpse of the past. Once it's over, the two Coco are on the ground, not moving. The same symbol is in the sky again. After a while, Amy talks to Sonic, and seeing the Cocos, she has been thinking about sharing love around the world. It saddens her that she'll be away from Sonic, but he supports her and wants to hear all about it when she gets back. I love this cutscene because it shows growth in Amy's character, going from chasing Sonic around to spreading love to the world. After collecting 6 out of 7 Chaos Emeralds and completing a puzzle that was locked, Sonic is able to climb the waterfall and face the Titan. Only one small problem. The last emerald is still missing. So with no other choice, Sonic has to press on. The Titan's name is Giganto, and reaching the head of Giganto, Sonic finds the last emerald. With the 7 Chaos Emeralds, it's time for a showdown. This right here. Yes, yes, yes. The music, the little smirk Sonic gives to the Titan, you know this is it. Super Sonic takes no damage, but you'll have a limited time depending on how many rings you have. Using all the moves you gain through the first island, you're ready to kick his ass. It's been a long time since playing as Super Sonic felt powerful, and with the music it reminds me of the good old days listening to Crush 40. After defeating Giganto, Sonic gets a flashback for a second. The voice in the sky appears again and tells Sonic to go to the next island. Sonic meets up with Amy and she still isn't normal, so it seems Sonic has to defeat all the Titans to save his friends. So with no time to waste, he flies off to the next island. Flying to the next island, Super Sonic gets shot out of the sky and loses the Chaos Emeralds.
Ah, that's cool. I didn't want this to be easy anyway.
Like Kronos Island, Ares Island is pretty much the same. The only difference between this island and Kronos Island are the mini-bosses, and that you have to collect medals instead of hearts. Plus, Knuckles is trapped here. You might be asking yourself, how did Knuckles get here? Well, there's an animated short that answers that question. Knuckles is shown guarding the Master Emerald, and goes off to explore Sky Sanctuary. After helping a Chow, Knuckles finds a gear and a portal. He places the gear into the portal and is teleported to what looks like Kronos Island. He is then ambushed by robot soldiers. Knuckles is able to defeat them with no problem. He demands whoever is doing this to send him back home. Behind him appears the Asura Guardian and Sage. Knuckles wakes up, trapped in the same sphere like Amy, but he is on Ares Island. I love this animation. The story and the voice acting is so good. It's so nice having Knuckles be a cool character again. I mean, the line delivery in this scene.
Oh, an ambush, huh? Your funeral. I do things on my own. That's just how I like it. I don't need anyone else to get by. But sometimes.
And at the end of the animation, I've kept this quote as my Discord custom status. This is raw. Back to the game, we see Sonic freeing Knuckles while Sage is watching. By the way, why does he have this face? Like, I know Sonic is supposed to be all smug, but this is bedroom eyes. Like with Amy, the energy gets absorbed into Sonic. Knuckles also gives bedroom eyes to Sonic. You'll have to get used to it. They give each other this face a lot. Sonic asks Knuckles for help finding the emeralds. Advancing the plot, another cutscene plays. This time, another Titan appears from the sky, and Sage triggers the Titan to go after Sonic. Thanks, Sage, you little... Not making the same mistake, Sonic runs away from the Titan. After escaping the Titan, Sage appears and tells Sonic that is his final warning. I really like how the Titan is just flying in the background now, just reminding you on what you'll have to fight next. After a while, Sonic runs into Sage again. This time, Sage tells Sonic that Eggman was right about him. Sonic is reckless and destructive. Sonic just wants to talk things out with Sage, but she wants none of it. She charges up an attack, and Knuckles comes running in, blocking her attack. I always laugh at this scene because Knuckles was really close to being the child. Luckily, Sonic stops him. Sonic just wants to help Sage. She considers it, but leaves quickly. For the next couple parts, I'm just gonna skim through because they're only important to get a Chaos Emerald. You complete a puzzle to drain the oasis, and Knuckles finds Soldier Cocos. Another flashback, and the Cocos have a wall of defense. Lasers are being shot from the sky, and their wall gets destroyed instantly. Going back to the present, and the Cocos are gone. The same symbol in the sky appears.
I guess the defenses didn't hold after all.
We cut to Eggman, who is laughing at Sage's report about Sonic. Eggman says he looks forward to the battle reports when they get home, and that he'll integrate her into the system, giving Sage control of the whole Eggnet. Eggman mentions Orbot and Cubot. Sage asks, since they are his creations, are they her brothers?
They are your creations, like me. That would make them like my brothers?
I suppose so.
This makes Sage happy. Another cutscene with Eggman and Sage confirms that Sonic has made multiple trips through cyberspace and escaped. Eggman is impressed, and this confuses Sage. Eggman explains that he respects Sonic, but does not have to like him. I like this scene because we rarely get a look into Sonic and Eggman's relationship. I wonder if Sonic feels the same way towards Eggman. Back to Sonic, you'll have to do another Coco minigame. After beating it, Knuckles is amazed by the ruins, and we get a flashback to Sonic 3. Knuckles wonders if the people of the island survived and resettled at Angel Island. The Cocos are panicking, and we see towers drop from the sky. Knuckles wants to spring into action, but can't due to his body. He doesn't want to lose the ruins, but Sonic reassures him and goes to defeat the towers. The one minigame I actually don't mind playing. Another cutscene with the Cocos, and they all line up to salute Knuckles. Knuckles and Sonic salute them back. All the Cocos release some sort of energy, and in the sky we see the same symbol again. Checking in with Knuckles, Sonic sits down next to him and wants to joke, but realizes now may not be the best time. Knuckles tells Sonic that his people and the Cocos shared similar fates. Both were wiped out, and reminds Knuckles that he is alone. Sonic tells Knuckles that he may be the last, but he isn't alone. When Knuckles gets back to normal, he wants to go wherever he wants and live a little. Sonic fully supports his friend. They also give each other bedroom eyes again. This is how you can tell they're true homies. Below we see Sage listening in. She thinks about it a bit, but quickly says no, that they are doomed. So after completing the final puzzle, Sonic is able to reach the Titan, still missing one emerald. Going through the cave and reaching the Titan, its name is Wyvern. I love how you have to get this last emerald. You have to climb up a tower to reach the Wyvern, and then jump on it. Sonic will try to hold on, but he'll lose his grip, so you have to catch up again by running on a floating runaway. This is the only boss with a different way of getting the last emerald. I really wish they had something like this with every boss. Grabbing the last emerald, and you already know what time it is! I can't, man. The music is so good, and the fact you fight this in the sky with the island you've been running around is just beautiful. The difference with this boss is that rockets will be targeting you, and you'll have to parry the Wyvern's attacks. There are also quick time events, so don't put down your controller. After defeating Wyvern, Sonic gets another flashback. Just like the last, it's vague. Sonic flies down towards Knuckles, and the game teases us with Super Knuckles. Come on, let other characters be super for once. What I love is Super Sonic flinches when Knuckles throws a punch at him. I thought of Sonic 3 when Knuckles was able to knock Sonic out of his super form with just one punch. Not sure if this was intentional, but it's a nice little reference. And off to the next island we go. This time Sonic is aware of the lasers being shot at him, and tries to dodge the best he can, but he still loses the Chaos Emeralds. Chaos Island. I fucking hate this map. So at this point, I think the game developers got a little cute because they added forced 2D platforming. I'm fine with this because at least it's different, but it gets annoying running around and then being locked into it. Navigating around the island can be a chore as well. Some land is split off and you'll have to use railings to reach them. You can use fast travel, but not with the portals. Whenever I reach a new island, I like to unlock the whole map right away. The game rewards you with fast traveling through portals. I never used this until I got to this island. There is one area of the map that is locked off. A bridge is up, and I thought Sonic could easily run across and make it. But apparently, the game soft locks you out of completing the map, because you'll have to advance the story to unlock a part of the area. The one thing I like about this island is that Sonic's model looks exhausted. I know it's probably the cyber corruption that is doing this, but I'd like to think that Sonic is getting tired. We never see Sonic get this way, and the only time I can think of is the IDW Metal Virus arc. Sonic gets infected with the Metal Virus, and the only way to keep the virus at bay is to burn it off by running. Towards the end of the arc, running isn't working anymore, and Sonic is at his limit. We know he can run fast, but for how long? I highly recommend the IDW comics. If you're a Sonic fan, then you gotta pick it up. Anyway, enough of my headcanon. Let's get back to the story. Sonic finds Tails, and like the others, he is trapped. Using the wrenches you collect, you're able to free him, and Sonic takes more of the cyber corruption. Sonic asks Tails for help looking for the emeralds. Collecting emeralds and the next Titan appears. You'll have to run away using the roads the squid gives you, while the Titan chases you. After escaping the Titan, it will throw its shield at Sonic, barely missing him and hitting the squid. Sonic meets up with Tails, and Tails activates an environmental analyzer. It shows them the past, and I think they ran out of budget for this part. A bunch of cannons shoot at the sky, but immediately get destroyed. Sonic and Tails find a Death Egg robot, and it's still online. Sonic has to hack it. This minigame is basically a bullet hell. Not much to say, but at least it's different. After successfully hacking the robot, the eye will shoot out a laser, and this helps you reach an emerald. Tails eventually finds a Coco wearing goggles. The Coco needs help finding parts to complete their final weapon. This Coco minigame isn't terrible like the others, but still not fun. The Coco seems unhappy, and Tails tells Sonic that their hero didn't show up. The Coco is worried something happened. This reminds Tails of when he couldn't handle things after Infinite attacked. I'll talk about this more later. Tails sends Sonic with the Coco to get more parts.
Take our friend and find a couple more parts? Yeah.
Why did it sound like that? Tails and Sage have an interesting conversation, in which she asks Tails if he trusts Sonic. Tails admits Sonic isn't perfect, but against all odds, Sonic always pulls through. Sage then talks about something that can't be prevented, and leaves. Sage catches Sonic and asks what's his end goal. I love how sassy Sonic is.
It varies. Sometimes it's a spinning sign, sometimes it's a big old ring.
No, I mean, what do you want to accomplish?
She is asking what is he trying to accomplish, and Sonic just wants to save his friends. Sage believes that Sonic's arrogance will be his undoing. Then she leaves again. She's really good at that. We cut to Sage and Eggman. She has found a way for Eggman to escape cyberspace. The only way he can escape is to work with Sonic. Eggman hates the idea, and Sage brings up the times where they worked together. I love the references to the Arc and Neo Metal. Eggman tells her to find another option.
Your tenacity is legendary, but I do wish you'd reconsider.
We then see attack helicopters about to shoot Eggman. He then dies. Okay, he doesn't. Sage comes in and quickly takes out the helicopters. Not much to say, but this just builds on their relationship. Back to Sonic and Tails. Tails asks Sonic if he is a burden to him. Tails explains that whenever trouble happens, he runs away and always gets rescued by Sonic. Sonic reminds Tails of the things he has done himself, stopping Eggman from blowing up Station Square, broke Sonic out of prison, and saved him from the Deadly Six. I love the fourth wall break here.
Then I'm wildly inconsistent.
Sonic reassures Tails that it's okay if he needs help sometimes. It's part of growing up. I love this cutscene. Sonic giving brotherly advice to Tails, and showing us that they know the problem with Tails' character. The Coco tell them that the bridge is out, and Sonic finds a way to fix it. Just a skydive minigame. After fixing the bridge, they find the last defense measure. Sonic praises the Coco, and the Coco passes on, with the same symbol in the sky.
And I'm proud of you. Don't forget that.
I won't.
Sonic meets up with Tails again. After this is all over, Tails wants to go alone for a while. He knows he has some growing to do. Sonic admits it'll take some time to get used to it, but supports his friend by shaking on it. Kinda. Turns out Sage was listening to their conversation. Seeing such a beautiful friendship makes her cry. Her color starts changing to blue, and she wishes she never saw that. It was easier when they were enemies. We then get all the flashbacks with Sage and Eggman. This part is a little funny to me since we just watched all of it, but the music is nice. After that, we have the last puzzle, and it's pinball. Nice Sonic Spinball reference. Getting enough points, and the volcano explodes, showing the Titan in the middle of a crater. Let's go! My favorite Titan, the Knight. You'll have to parry his attacks, and eventually he'll throw his shield at you. You'll have to hit him with it in order to stop him from moving. At the end of the fight, Super Sonic gathers energy, punches the Titan, picks up the sword. That's right, Sonic and the Black Knight, baby. Cutting the Titan in half, it explodes, and the music, oh, just peak right here. Peak! Sonic gets another flashback and flies off. Kinda weird this time we didn't talk to Tails before leaving, but I'll chalk it up to Sonic being in a rush to save his friends. Rhea Island starts off with 6 towers rising from the ground. They open up and start glowing. Getting back to Sonic, he looks really bad, barely standing. The voice tells him to deactivate the 6 towers to tear down the walls between dimensions. I don't really like this island. It's just an excuse to lore dump. Climbing the towers is annoying, but at least there are checkpoints if you fall off. Deactivating a tower will give you a cutscene. First tower, we see the Ancients have a Chaos Emerald. Seems like they want to use the Emerald's power to escape something. Tower 2, the Ancients fly away from their home planet that has been destroyed by a laser. After this cutscene, Sonic's cyber corruption is accelerating. He keeps pushing forward. Tower 3, the Ancients and their ship are flying towards Earth. The Emeralds is reacting to something, and is drawing them to Earth. We see what they are drawn to, and it's the Master Emerald. Tower 4, the Ancients have been living on Earth. They may have lost their home planet, but not the history. They use cyberspace to upload their memories that can be accessed anytime. An Ancient runs in and tells the Elder that it followed them. After that cutscene, Sonic is struggling. Sage appears and now understands Sonic. Both would do anything to protect their loved ones. She believes that Sonic will fail and tells him goodbye. Sonic ignores her and keeps moving. Slowly.
Farewell, hero.
Tower 5. We see the Emerald is powering Giganto. The Ancients plan to use the Titans to secure their victory this time. However, if they fail, they will take the Emeralds to the Master Emerald. Tower 6. The Ancients are piloting their Titans. The one Titan we haven't seen yet plans on sealing whatever they're fighting. The one Ancient will bind it to their Titan, and the others will seal it in cyberspace. Binding the Titan, the Ancient has died. The others can't let their sacrifice be in vain, and charge forward. Back to Sonic, and his cyber corruption is too much, leaving him standing still. His friends and Eggman are all free. Amy tries to get a reaction out of him, but no luck. Sonic is stuck between realities. Sage tells Eggman that he needs to go back into cyberspace. She tells him the only way to keep him alive is he is not there when it gets out. We then hear a voice yawn.
Since time immemorial, I have languished here. The locks are broken. Now I shall tear down the walls between dimensions and consume all.
Eggman tries to talk shit, but Sage reminds him that the Ancient's tech wasn't enough to stop it. Sonic's friends decide that they need to bring him back. They hold hands and use the power of friendship.
Sonic, I want you to see the hero I become.
Sonic, you still have love to share with this world too.
Sonic, we're even after this. Ha! Everyone, thank you. I won't let you down.
Sage tells Eggman that if they want to stop it, him and Sonic have to work together. Look at that smug blue rat. Eggman says him and Sage will find and collect the emeralds, since Sonic is too slow, but we still collect them anyways. Last island, baby! Our friends gave us a chance, so let's not waste it. This island is a letdown, not gonna lie. It's way too similar to Kronos Island. You also can't complete the map until you advance the story. One annoying guardian for me is the ghost. You'll have to use the side loop on a pillar to damage the ghost, while it's sucking the rings out of you. It can speed up the process by throwing an orb at you, or holding you in place. This guardian is just a bit lazy and tedious to me. I think the only thing I like about this island is the interactions with Sage.
Yo, so did cyberspace actually interact with my brain?
It was designed to catalog neural networks, among other things. So yes.
Alright, hear me out. Do you think all those locations I visited were pulled from my memories?
That is plausible. It imported the data of your memories and applied it to your surroundings, so you could comprehend them.
Maybe that gave me the edge I needed to escape each time. I was covering familiar ground. Go me!
The final puzzle to get the emerald is the same bullet hell minigame. Eggman finds the last emerald.
Don't you dare lose it!
Now why would I want to disappoint you?
the final Titan appears. This Titan is called Supreme. This is a disappointing final boss. Nothing really special. Each Titan felt amazing fighting against it, but this one just has projectiles that just send you flying away. At least we get to hear "I'm here." It's nice finally hearing it instead of the piano part at the main menu. Supersonic defeats Supreme, and the Thing goes into space to reform. Sage tells Eggman that she must leave him to help Supersonic stop it. Sage enters the Titan, and they both head into space.
Before it regains its full strength.
Ladies first.
Be careful, dear daughter.
Finally, I can stop calling it the Thing. The final boss is the End. The End takes the form of a moon. But according to the Sonic team's director, Morio Kashimoto, I hope I said that right, the End didn't show its true form. Its true form is what someone believes death itself looks like. This is pretty cool considering throughout the whole game, the theme is basically moving on, or finding peace. Once the Cocos fulfill their purpose in life, they just pass on. Even the symbol that appears in the sky must mean something about being at peace. We never find out what this symbol means, so I'm just spitballing. This game has two different endings. If you play the game on normal, you'll see the final cutscene with Sonic and Sage holding back a blast. Sage throws Sonic at the end, and you'll have to do a quick time event to build up speed. Successfully doing so, Sonic will fly through the End. However, the End plans on releasing a huge explosion. Sage realizes in order to save everyone, she must sacrifice herself. The other ending fight is right before collecting the last emerald. Switch the game to hard. This time, you'll control Sage fighting against the End. Don't get your hopes up because it's just another bullet hell game. But holy is this hard. This is only worth it if you want to know more about the End. It will talk to you during the whole fight. I'm not going to say what it says because I want you to experience it yourself. You can't have everything spoon-fed to you, little piss baby. Doing either endings results in the same ending cutscene.
Please, look after Father.
Sonic's friends are free and Sonic meets up with them.
Yes!
All right.
We then see Eggman mourning the loss of Sage, looking up, hoping to see her. I think the only difference with the endings are the two ending songs. If you beat the game on normal, the song Vandalized by One OK Rock will play. Beating the game on hard, and you get the song One Way Dream by Nathan Sharp, aka Nate Wants to Battle, which I was really surprised he got into a Sonic game. And that ends Sonic Frontiers. I really love this game. I played it 3 times already, and 100% at all playthroughs. I'm willing to play it again and stream it, this time Shadow Frontiers. Sonic games have always been experimenting, always trying something new. I appreciate that, and I've been wanting an open world game for a long time. Sonic Adventure 1 is the closest we got, but I always wanted to fight enemies while exploring. We finally got it. I really think this is a good direction for Sonic. Having his friends want to grow was nice to see. We haven't been able to play as them for a long time. We have DLCs coming out, we'll probably be able to play as them again. I'll probably make a follow-up video on the DLCs. The stages were nice and nostalgic for me, going from Green Hill, Chemical Plant, Sky Sanctuary, and a city level. The music for these levels are so good. Someone was cooking in the studio. The story, even though it was messy, it was still good. I especially liked Sage as a character. I would really love a boss rush mode. They have an arcade mode, but it's just all the cyberspace levels. All in all, I would rate Sonic Frontiers either a 7 or 8 out of 10. You'll enjoy it if you're a longtime Sonic fan. The final cutscene ends with Sonic and Co leaving the island. Guys, you're left big behind. Guys, he's still in cyberspace. Eggman can be seen on a computer, and it seems he's able to bring back Sage.
Father?
That's my girl.
This excites me and worries me because Sage is a great character, but I don't want her to be ruined if she's brought back. Guess we'll have to wait and see. Thank you so much for watching. I'm sorry I didn't get this out sooner, but I went on vacation to real life Chicago. It looks nothing like the city from Shadow the Hedgehog, but at least I didn't get Maria'd.
Maria!
Make sure to subscribe to become undefeatable, and leave a like and comment. Let me know if you enjoyed Sonic Frontiers, or if you hated it. I love seeing people's opinions on the game. Make sure to check out my other videos as well. I'll see you guys next time.
Okay.
Now you die.